All right, guys, welcome back to the iGen channel. I'm Jared. This is Mr. Pat, the owner and founder of iGen, and we're doing a series basically of just answering your questions, just sitting here at the tour van where we do a lot of our fittings and building, and just trying to answer questions that we have and that we get all the time about junior golf. So let's go. All right, today the question is the truth about box sets. Box sets in junior golf, we see them all the time. There's lots of good box sets out there. But what would be the age that you would think, or is it an age to where your kid could step into the iGen brand and it actually help them perform better?
Right. Well, Jared, we've been working on this for 5 years now, going on 5 years. My engineer, Jeff Sheets, who I'm very proud to have as our engineer, we've been working on this. And here's my approach. Here's what our approach is that you don't know what you don't know. So you get involved in it. I saw a huge need in some of these junior club products. And basically you don't know what you don't know. I repeat that, but here's my point is you don't know until you've been involved on what age group basically can your product really benefit the player. We have a few 6-year-olds. I didn't know when we got involved, but over 5 years, I have a few of them, and then 7-year-olds are, I'd say most of the time, they're old enough, strong enough to take advantage of the quality product. But for sure, 8 and up. Now, here's the thing about 14, 15-year-old players. Typically, that's their period in time when they get to start playing the OEM product. You know, like I want to play my favorite player's product, whether it be a Callaway, a TaylorMade Titleist, Cobra, whatever. Now, the funny thing is we figured out where our bottom is right now, but we're going to fix that too. We got some new stuff coming next year that we're going to go after that younger market, and we're going to give them what they need. And once the player and the pair come on the iGen team, we're going to have a product for them. Right now, it's around 7.5, 8-year-olds for sure, on up to you name it. I'm 69 years old and I play my stuff, and I still swing hard.
Not only is he 69 years old and plays the stuff, he's a world-long drive champion and plays the stuff. So nobody can swing it harder than him out there. And the ball still performs well.
Right.
And I play them as well. And what we do run into a lot of times is you get in that 12-year-old age group, and then you start getting them OEM products to where the loft is just so much hotter, they think they're hitting the ball farther. And then you reach that point to where you're 15, 16, 17-year-old, and you don't need all that de-lofted clubs, and then they start moving backwards because they want to be able to control that ball flight. But yeah, box sets, I mean, I run into it all the time. I coach a lot of golf, and I have parents ask me all the time, hey, when can my kid use these clubs? And a lot of times I'm in the same, I tell them the exact same thing. It's like, look, we don't want you to get iGen if you're not prepared to play iGen. If you're 4 or 5 years old, and we don't want you to say, well, these clubs aren't as good for me as these ultralight clubs here, these ultralight clubs there, and you're 100% correct. If you can't swing our shafts, which we use the best shafts on the market, the UST recoil darts. And yes, if you're a super beginner and super young, this is not the shaft for you. You know what I mean? And our club can't perform the way you need at that moment, which goes back to the weighting that we talk about and we harp on all the time. Like, you've got to have the correct equipment for yourself.
Right. Well, getting back to, I feel like the 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, they sometimes can play the iGen. I just don't think they're old enough to really make them shine or take advantage of the technology that's involved in them. But I do have quite a few on it. But that's what we have found. Like I said, we're not a marketing company, so we put it out there, and then over the years, it will settle in. Where does it shine? I have a lot of 7-year-olds and a lot of young 8-year-olds, and they play them and they love them. But when they start to get to 9 and 10 years old, where these kids are learning, their skills are getting better, that's when the iGen really starts to shine. So if you get on board at 7 or a younger age, you can get acclimated to them. And then I always tell the parent, it's only going to get better, because you and I went to hit yesterday. You're an ex-mini tour player, which having worked the tour for 10 years, mini tour players are about as good a golfer as you're going to find. You're splitting hairs on, are you on the PGA, are you on the Korn Ferry or whatever, and you were hitting my irons and shaping shots, and you actually hit a couple past me, so I hate you for that.
But yet the feel, and I mean, and I've had this story multiple times, and y'all have heard the story with my son Brantley with iGen about how he had an OEM company that give him anything he wanted, and
right.
When he hit these iGens, his eyes lit up, and that's just one of many cases that I've had, because when I show up at these tournaments, people are always wanting to hit the iGen. Hey, can we hit the iGen? And I'll let them hit it. And there's been multiple times to where it takes one strike and the kid turns around and their eyes light up. They look at their parent, because that ball flight is better. With these Forged clubs, there's no club out there, and I might be a little biased, but I'm also a realist as well. I've hit these clubs, and I've hit every other manufacturer's club there is out there. There's nothing out there that feels softer or has a better sound, in my opinion, than these clubs. And I know we're on the box set thing, and Pat was talking about losing kids at 12, 13, maybe 14 years old, but they really need to give these a chance throughout the time. We can adjust these weights to make your kid be able to play these clubs for as long as they want to play them. It is a professional style head. And if we had enough money, there might be some people playing on tour that played them because they're that good. They are that good.
I almost had an LPGA player playing them, but we couldn't work the deal out of South Korea. And she got mad at me because she was playing, I don't want to mention the Oleum brand, but they were paying her to play them, and she liked them. And one day she was down at the golf course, and I slipped in one of my clubs and matched them up to hers. And she came back, and it was pretty funny because she acted like she was mad at me because now I confused her. and I was telling her, yeah, you could play these, but we probably would have done that deal had she wanted to start a family, though. So she had a couple of kids, and then that got out of the mix. But we're going to go back and visit with her.
All right, so let's go back to wrapping this up and kind of pinning down the answer to this box set. So is there a right time, or isn't there a right time, or is it really based on your child's ability and their strength and all of that?
I honestly feel like box sets do play a part in all this. And typically it's when your child says, hey, I think I'd like to play golf. And I think that's where the box set comes in handy. You go down and you buy an inexpensive box set that generalizes their size, and there's nothing custom about it, but they get a box set and they get to go out and play with you or hit some balls. And then as soon as that kid goes, hey, I really like this, I think I want to play golf, that's the part that they played.
So basically what you're saying is, in a nutshell, if your kid is just a occasional golfer, they're just playing golf on occasions with you, box sets are probably fine. But if your kid wants to start playing tournament golf, wants to be competitive, wants to be able to really control the golf ball and get honed in and really compete, no matter what age, as long as they can swing the clubs, that's when they need to really look into the iGen brand.
The iGen don't ever hold you back. And every time they get a year older, they're learning more stuff. those IGN are going to be performing for you so that you have the highest education in hitting golf balls, and they'd never hold you back. So I don't know if that explains it exactly, but it's a comparison I make often.
Awesome, guys. If you have any questions that you would like us to answer, leave it in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions about IGN in general, go to our website. You can contact us. You can send us contact us on the website. Our phone numbers are on there, and we'd be happy to answer any question you have.
Yep.
Yep, that's good. That's perfect, though. That ends it.